Welcome to Does This Work? Hosted by Jared Herft. Let's find out, does this work?
Anyway,
Start.
we'll start now. I'll cut the audio from there. Welcome, Nic Meehan and Tommy Lee.
Yo.
Welcome back.
What's up?
There's the applause right there.
There's the applause.
Yes.
Amazing. Love the
Yeah.
applause.
And so from the first time you were here, it's Meehan, right?
Meehan,
Because
yeah.
I remember the first time I was like, it's Meehan. You're like, it's actually Meehan. And now when I hear people introduce you, are you just finding this out now?
Didn't know that.
Well, Lucky, speaking of him, he introduces me properly, which no one else does, where he says mean,
Oh, right.
which is actually the like Irish pronunciation. I think.
Oh,
And there's going to be Irish people who are like, that's not how you say it. But mean
Right.
is just how I say it.
Right.
But mean is, I'm pretty sure, how you actually
That's
properly
because the
pronounce
Irish
it.
people are like mean.
But yeah.
Is he mean?
So yeah, Lucky says that now. He always goes, Nic Mean.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm
and I was like, you idiot, Lucky. It's Meehan.
Yeah. I
It's
just found that out now.
yeah, well, that's how my mates pronounce it. So
Yeah.
they love that.
That's great. Because when he introduced you, I was like,
Yeah.
you stupid. And this is never going to go anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
as
I've
usual,
learned something today, so that's a
Seems
win.
to be the most interesting story I have. Is how my last name is pronounced. It just keeps coming up.
I also have a lot of comments on how amazing your laugh is a lot of the time.
Oh, really?
You ever, like, the people, they're comparing it to, like, Jimmy Carr and that kind of laugh.
I used to get the Seth Rogen a lot more when I
Oh,
was
yeah.
young. It was much more subdued, just like like chuckle.
I did see a guy
that's-
online who was like, "Here's how to do a Seth Rogen laugh. It's like you do like a, you do like a karate like, and then you just shorten. I can't do it. But.
It's kind of like that.
That
yeah,
sounds.
That's great. Anyway, welcome again. How you guys been? Been good?
Good.
Yeah.
Doing well,
I'm
man.
amazing.
Yeah. Especially this guy.
Unemployed.
Unemployed. Huge.
Unemployed. I'm
Talk us
alive
through
and
that
alive.
because that's quite a change.
I was working in marketing for 5 years in Australia, and I finally hung the boots up.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm gambling so much I don't need to work anymore.
Fuck yeah. Gambled and won.
If there was any,
Yeah.
what a solid future business plan.
I think I'm going to get backed off soon. So
yeah.
yeah,
Really?
if you win too much, they
they-
tell you to stop. And I've developed like an AI that predicts sporting outcomes, and it's very accurate. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, "What are you doing?" I've had 2 phone calls already.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
they're like, "What do you do for work?" I'm like, "Marketing."
I've never I mean, other than going to the
wow.
casino, I've never done any other kind of gambling.
Wait, other than going to the casino, never done casinos gambling.
Other than the casino,
like
I've never done any other kind of gambling.
okay.
So
Yeah.
like you're big on sports bets. And stuff,
I do
but-
every
yeah.
kind of gambling. Like if there's Russian ice hockey at 3:00 in the morning, I'm betting on like
Who's your
Stefanovsky. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
We should do gambling on open micers.
No.
See, I actually, I had an
volatile
idea.
bet.
I had an idea, and then actually it was like over under on like how long they get through Gong, for example, like
Yeah.
at the Comedy
Oh, yeah.
Lounge. It's like I've over under on who's going to win Gong.
Yeah.
But I thought no, I've already made everything else gambling. Maybe I should leave comedy alone.
Start pitting your kids against each other.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
already
that's definitely
occurring, I
happening.
would feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. So what's the plan then? Are you just sitting pretty?
I am going to do a bit more comedy, which is good because I've been a bit slack the last probably half year. And then my children, which we're all dads, which is cool. One of my children is extremely good at sports, so I'm going to invest in her. So she's
awesome, man.
women's soccer.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So
And
yeah.
then you get to be like a present dad.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which
sick.
I love. I mean, I've been saying for years,
Yeah.
like, quit your jobs and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
I'm right there,
Yeah.
hoping to go the same way.
Yeah. Well, quit your jobs, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway,
Yeah. Who needs work?
Fuck work.
screw the
Yeah.
consequences.
I'm a present dad who's checking his sports bet app every 2
Once
minutes.
the debt sold to a third party, you don't have to pay.
They don't have your
That's-
current address.
That's good advice.
That's why Jared moved recently, I think.
It's all just
It's
attached.
like,
to that
they all have my
location.
old postal address.
It's gone. And then I found out
I
that
do this every couple of years.
yeah,
you know,
then they
just-
changed our postal address. I was like, damn it! No, I got to find a rental again.
That's hilarious.
And what about yourself, brother? Yeah, I've been seeing you a bit more recently. At
Yeah,
some
man.
gigs.
Honestly, just similar to Tommy. I think it's just hard to keep up the pace, you know. And there's just so many other things, and you find yourself with time, and it's great to get gigs in, but that may not line up with what's available, and then suddenly people are like, "Oh, we got gigs," but doesn't line up with your actual you know life plans and stuff. So it's good, honestly, just reaching out to people again. And most of the rooms are so good about getting you on within a couple of weeks. So it's been good, but it's also, just you have to choose to dedicate the time to it. And as someone who has never really had anything I want to do in my life, I suddenly have so many things. And even, AI actually weirdly has what's helped me organize my brain to be like, oh, here's actually all the things I want to do. And, like I have a business I'm trying to start with a mate, and I've got like books I want to write, and cool. I've got my own podcast ideas and stuff that I'd love to try, and comedy as well. Like I'd love to dedicate more time to comedy and all that. So I think now that I'm like, I know what I want to be doing, it's so much harder being at work and dedicating so much time to something that is not a future career, not a passion. The only reason that I do it is because I have a mortgage and a family, and so it's hard. My parents, they've worked 9 to 5s their whole life, and most of the time they've been miserable. And yet they're still very much like, you need a job, you need security, you need the money. And my dad has things like, he wants to be he wishes he was an actor. And he's like, it's too late for me now. It's like, well, you could still do it,
No,
but
it's never too late to
he's
act.
been in this. And I pointed, I was like, look at Nola.
Nola's
now a professional comedian at 70.
And she's acting as well.
Exactly. And so I think it's just, I would rather pass on that message to my kids, where my parents did the 9 to 5, and although I know they love me and they provided for me amazingly, I didn't get to know them, and I didn't get that time with them that I spend with my kids now, where we're, like I play Fortnite with my son, and it's something that we both enjoy. It's not like being like, oh, what's this? I'll try and play this. Oh no, that's too much for me, but you enjoy yourself, it's like,
which is the Hadouken button.
up B. What was that combo? But it's like, it's that exact, as Tommy says, like one of the major reasons would be to spend more time with the kids. And, we even have them less because we're a split family and I'm a stepdad. We only have them 50% of the time as is. And I get home from 8 hours of work, and, I'm neurodiverse. Like I have to mask at work all day, and then it takes me time when I get home to come back into my space and feel comfortable. And it's so hard being out of that for so long every day. And then you spend so much there, and by the time you're like, I'm settled and stuff, you're like, it's time to get the kids ready for bed and into bed.
That's another day gone.
And then then you got an hour before you go to bed, and then you're up again for work the next morning.
Which is why I find myself wanting to stay up later as possible.
Totally.
I don't sleep.
So
sleep procrastination.
I don't sleep.
Sometimes at my worst, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, ugh, there's another one.
Totally.
But on that, like with the dead end job stuff, I remember I was working for, I think I just said this, I had Emily Ashmore on yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And I said the same thing to her, but I was working a dead end job, and I was fed up, and I had just started playing music, but I wasn't gigging anywhere. I hadn't started comedy. I was acting quite a bit actually, so there was checks coming through. And I rang her on like a lunch break, and I'm like, I hate this place. I want to leave. I can't just watch the clock for 8 hours a day.
Totally.
And just know that 8 hours has gone to this thing that I don't care about, and people come in and yell at you, and this is my life. And she's like, well, leave, but you just have to have a full-time wage, And I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then suddenly the light bulb went on. I was like, well, I could have like a few different things to equal a full-time wage. So then I reached out to some people. I started gigging a bit more. I'm making next to nothing. It's like $250 for a few hours. Now I get paid a lot more to do the same amount of time. And then I started videography a little bit. I had a couple clients. The acting checks are coming in. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is about a full-time wage as long as I keep it consistent. Then the music thing became more than a full-time wage, just itself. So all the other stuff became extra, which is what you need now anyway.
Totally,
But then I'm doing, and then it's like now I look back on, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and I'm working jobs I hate. I was a booking agent for musicians, and that was great. I love that. But it was before that. But I was working in jobs that I hated. I was doing sales and KPIs and budgets. And
I've worked sales a bunch of times. Fuck sales.
It's so it was horrible. And then I'm like, fast forward like a few years, and I'm just doing everything I want to do in every field that I want to do. I could hang out with my son. He's at a really cool age. He's about to turn 13, and we get along, and it's a lot more freeing. And I just look back, I'm like, and when you whinge about it, I find myself whinging about it.
Yeah.
And going, I've got to drive
And so you would have killed
30
Vegas.
minutes to it.
Oh, yeah, I do that. I do that with comedy all the time, where you're driving there and you're just not feeling up to it or something, and you're like, man, if you told me I was doing this 5 years ago, I would have snapped your fucking hand off.
Yeah.
And now I'm worried because I have to, spend 2 hours a night or something going out to do a gig. It's like really puts it into perspective for you.
Also, it depends on how well you think you're going to do as well.
That's the big one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you think you're going to get up and eat shit, you're like, why am I driving 45 minutes
Yeah,
for
that's
5
true,
minutes
yeah.
that I'm going to hate and then get off, then
Yeah.
drive back for 45 minutes going, why did I say that word?
Yeah. So yeah, you taking a bit of a break, or is it just incidental?
I'm just incidental.
Yeah.
Like, I was just obviously wrapping up the day job, which was quite a lot because I've been working the job for a long time. It's a handover process is
Yeah,
wild.
totally.
Yeah.
Speaking of AI, the entire handover process is mostly done by AI,
Yeah.
which is the new way to go. Like I just go, hey, look at my Google Drive files and make a summary, and it's like,
Yeah.
here you go, and I'm like, cool. Can you flesh that out? And it's like,
Yeah.
and they go, can you flesh that out a bit more?
Yeah.
And it's like, here's my handover notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So it was really good. So
Yeah,
I've
that's
actually
sick.
managed to do a very comprehensive handover process, which is great because I mean I've left on good terms. It was a good job, but it was ready for me. It was
Yeah.
time for me to move
Yeah,
on
totally.
because I've gone from living in Japan, being freelance and doing whatever the hell I wanted, to being in a job I work from 8 till 4 every day, Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not a structure that works for most people.
no, it doesn't work for me at all
Yeah.
because I have so many projects I'm doing. Like right, for example, now I'm making 3 video games. I've got a AI generated music album coming out, which people may have thoughts on, on that. I actually had this argument with someone the other day. So actually, no, it's a comedian. It's Roz, right? So
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking with Roz and I'm like, oh, I'm building these apps with AI. He's like, no, that doesn't work. I'm like, but they're working. He's like, yeah, but no, you need developers. I'm like, you don't anymore. And so it's like stealing people's jobs with AI is a touchy subject if it's in their field.
Yeah.
So as a musician, and I'm like, I'm making AI music. I'm like, he probably hates me right now. But reality is, it's like, I don't know how to write music,
Yeah.
but I've got ideas in my head that I can
Yeah.
get out. And so I've kind of gone from, even with the work to that. It's like, I'm now achieving things I could not have achieved
Couldn't
before.
do before, yeah,
But I've had the
totally.
idea. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
How
get
funny
that,
is the
man.
idea that you can go, I've got an album coming out.
I've released like,
Yeah.
I've got 55 songs on Spotify.
Yeah,
So
wow.
are you, when you write songs,
I write the lyrics.
you're writing the lyrics, or are you getting AI to write
No,
the
I'm
lyrics?
writing the lyrics myself.
Right, okay.
So if I get stuck, I'll occasionally ask for like things that
Yeah.
rhyme or structure
Yeah.
because structure is very important, obviously. And
Yeah.
then the music, I will prompt and I'll develop a AI musician through creating what I do. I make an a cappella voice first,
Yeah.
tweak, then solidify that as the artist, and then I apply my lyrics to
Yeah.
it.
Because
So-
the Suno I used a few
That's
times.
Suno's good, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
that
what I've been
has
using.
some free, you get free, like a few free things a day.
Yeah.
Because I've just started incorporating music into my comedy, right? Which I've been planning for a long time. I wrote the song and I had Suno do it as a song, and then I put it into another AI where I took out the lyrics.
Yes, and
So it's
use a
just a
backing
backing track. And I left some of the harmonies in there so it's a full backing track, which I did. I've only done it once, and I love the song. Song about blowjobs, but as I'm playing it, and then it starts to build, like the drums come in, the bass
Yep.
comes in, and there's backing vocals. I'm like, is this too produced for an open mic? Like, if I did it at the lounge, should I just do it acoustically? You know, I wasn't sure if it was.
I mean, I think you got to try both.
Yeah,
Because I think the entry level, for example, if you sat there on like Pro Tools or like one of the apps or whatever, GarageBand, you could probably make the same song.
yeah,
But it'd take you like 3 weeks.
yeah,
Whereas now
Yeah.
it's like 3 minutes, 3 refinements, and
Yeah.
then you've got it. So I think I see it as a tool to be used.
yeah.
It can also be abused, but if you use it with the right intention, I don't see that as an issue.
Have you ever written jokes with it? Or
I've
helped?
tried to. I've tried to.
I have a joke about using it for
Yeah.
joke writing.
I've ran jokes through it, and I always find, because I use like, I'm a bit weird. I use like 36 different AIs.
Yeah.
So I've got a whole of what I call
Meta.
the council of AIs.
Stola.
Yeah, I've Quen, Mistral, Grok, like different Gemini versions, different
Yeah.
Claudes, and I call it the council of AIs.
Yeah.
And so I'll have an idea. I'll be like, I think this is the right punchline for it. I'll chuck it in, but I've never really got gems out of it yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got confirmation out of it before,
Yeah.
but I've never got a joke I've gone, oh, that's the angle I'm going to go down.
Yeah.
except for Grok is close.
Yeah, right.
I find Grok's close, but the rest.
The only thing I've used it for joke writing, I've never been like, write me a joke about this. It's been, I want to compare these two things, write me a list of everything to do with this,
Yep.
and then I'll look at the similarities. Or I'll give it a fully fledged joke and I'll go rate this. But even that is like the 7.5 out of 10 because you've got some pretty dark subject matter. I'm like, who are you to judge me?
Well, that's where you need the council of AIs because I have ones in there which are
Different
completely
degrees,
unblocked. Like
Yeah.
they're completely, they will do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They'll go as far as you need to.
Yeah.
So then you can start to push a little bit, but even then it's not quite the same.
Well, I've got this joke. I had this idea of punching up that pedophile joke, the musician one that I have.
Punching up a pedophile? I'm in. I'm like, what?
And I might cut this out, but and then so I chucked that into AI. Again, I might.
It wouldn't like
and
that.
it just removed it immediately and said content removed. And I was like,
Really?
oh, God.
Depends on which AI you use.
Yeah.
Grok might push it, but
Yeah.
the best use of AI in relation to joke writing is checking if you're doing something someone else has done before.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That is the best one. Is
Yeah.
if you use. I mean, Gemini is quite good because it's got access to YouTube transcripts and things. You can say,
interesting.
search YouTube to see if there's comedians who've
Jokes like
used
this, yeah.
this joke
Yeah.
before. Because what you'll often find is we've all got the same ideas.
Yeah, yeah. What's
Like
that
we've all been guilty of it. Like we've gone up and done a joke, and you've gone, "Hang on a minute! Like, have I heard that before? And that's where I got it from, or is this an original idea?" And then it's the whole who did it first.
Totally.
So, I mean, especially when you're dealing with like topical things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do a lot of my material about Japan,
Yeah.
and so I'll see like a video online, and I'll be like, "That's actually quite close to what I say."
yeah.
Did I do it first, or they do it first?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
It's called like parallel thinking or something.
Yeah, well, we're all in the hive mind anyway. We're moving towards
Exactly.
a singularity, so we're heading there.
But yeah, I
so
like-
see that
yeah.
Tommy's been living in AI for a while.
I use it for like storage and organization of jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
mostly.
that's
It's
good.
more
Yeah.
like it's like a note taking app,
Yeah.
but then I can use it to like organize a show with themes, and I can be
Yeah.
like, this is the joke and these are the themes. This is the
Yeah.
joke and these are the themes, and then it's like, cool. Here's how you can organize them
Yeah.
maybe into a set. But
Yeah.
I think if you're going to use AI for joke writing, like, why are you bothering to
Yeah,
do
that's-
comedy
yeah.
in the first place? Like, you're just good at AI.
And
you're
it
not
also
good at comedy.
sounds very AI. Like,
It can do.
yeah,
Like,
'cause
it's,
AI kind of sounds like someone from Love on the Spectrum.
That's what's so hard though. Is I feel like I talk like that already. I
Yeah.
feel like
Like, oh,
I
yeah,
say
mate.
stuff to people and they're like, "Is that AI?" And I'm like, "I just talk
Yeah.
weird. Like, I just
I'm
sound
doing
like a
good
robot."
today. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you're doing well.
I have had a pleasant interaction with you, fellow human.
Fellow human.
yeah. I mean, I'm all for using it, but because I mean, I've had this conversation with a lot of people. I say it's fire.
Yeah.
AI is fire.
Yeah.
We use fire to cook food, to keep warm, all these things. You can also burn everything down.
Yeah.
So it's like you see it as a tool, use it in the correct way. It's very efficient and very good.
I do think that eventually
I like that.
that it's going to become something that is so relied upon that the fees are going to start going. You know how you have to unlock certain allowances.
I pay so
I
much
was
money.
going to ask.
I think
how
that's the
much
thing
you
though,
must
because
be
I think
You don't want to know. You don't wanna-
Yeah,
you do what make
but
me do.
I think the price is going to go down because China is basically just releasing,
Yeah.
and they're almost at the
Okay,
same
yeah.
level as the commercial
Yeah.
models,
And they're free.
And they're open source to
Yeah.
some degree as well, which means you can basically just take this stuff and make your own.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So you can run what's like called
Yeah.
an offline model. Doesn't cost anything.
I think that's the thing is I think I definitely know what you mean because my neighbor's the one who introduced me to it, and Claude went down I think last week or the week before.
Oh, when I have released Fable.
And it went off, not just Fable, but I know there was just a general Claude
Mm.
outage, and he was like, I hated it. And he's like, it's 50, 60-year-old
Yeah.
dude, and he uses it so much. I had it at work. I started using it for something, and then it just cut out completely, and I talked to our IT department, and they're like, oh, yeah, you get this free sample, but then they cut it, and I was like, whoa, I was that close to being
Yeah.
reliant on it because of what I could do with the editing.
So
There you go.
But yeah, I was going to say, I think it seems like China is going to keep the price down by
Yeah.
just releasing it.
yeah.
And then take your data at the same time.
Well,
that-
everyone does. Well, everyone does.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
so, yeah.
That's the problem is
Yeah.
you have to be careful with that whatever model you use.
Yeah,
is how
whatever
much you're putting
information
into
you're
it.
putting in there, it's
Totally.
going to be
Yeah.
now.
I think anyone who signed up to TikTok, the Chinese government already
Has
has
it
all
everything
anyway.
they need. So.
So it's like, for example, Google is I was all in with the Google platform a lot. I use it for Gmail storage, blah blah blah. So Gemini is really good. It's good for video, good for audio, good for everything.
It's pretty quick as well.
It's very quick. So that's my go-to day-to-day tool. But when I'm building things, I'll have Claude, ChatGPT. So I pay probably about $1.50 a month.
Oh wow.
In
Across
AI
all
tools.
subscriptions,
Yeah, so I've got a video generation tool that's amazing. Makes almost, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
Costs me about $400 a month in tokens, and I go direct to that's ByteDance. So that's TikTok.
Yeah, that is TikTok.
Hey,
yeah.
Chinese government. Yeah. I'll give you a prop. Yeah.
I'll
I
pay you to take my data.
Yeah, maybe they'll pay me next. But so that's my. I abuse the tokens. So
Yeah.
basically every day, my computer. I've got 3 screens. There's Claude running. There's Codex, which is ChatGPT's one, and then I've got like Gemini or something else running in the middle.
What's your electricity bill like?
I think my bill came recently. It was like $750. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, I've got a Tesla too, so I charge that.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
So I was like, okay, I'm probably using a lot of power. But basically I get ideas, I build a prototype and I go, well, that was either a waste of time or I pursue it further.
Yeah.
So I've got AI sports prediction models going for the AFL specifically, which is that's doing really well. But that's all I do.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Because it's getting, I know I sound like I'm 150 years old, but it's getting indistinguishable, some of the stuff now, where even my son, who's like he's 13 this month, July, sorry, he gets tricked up. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's, you can tell by how, usually it's the mouth, right? It's when there's like a video and they're really well spoken, really articulate, and it's too crisp and clean, and it just doesn't, but it's just about there.
There'd be so many you're seeing that you would.
Yeah, the ads on TV now. So there was a Puma ad during the World Cup, and it was like Neymar and all the players in there. That was definitely AI.
Yeah.
I looked at it, I'm like, that is AI. They've obviously just got photos of them and then used that to do it.
It's such a taboo thing. It's like how porn used to be consumed privately, but like ridiculed publicly. Now it's like, that's what AI is now it's like, oh, AI is ruining our jobs. Make me look like a cartoon character from The
I
Simpsons.
think, totally.
It's
such a
hypocrisy.
contradiction.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is humans are hypocritical about everything. It's the hypocrisy we don't acknowledge. But I think with stuff like that, with marketing and things, it makes sense. It's the creative stuff like we talked about before with the music, is where you're like, do I want someone who can make this, or do I just want the thing and I'm happy to get it from
Is it
AI?
outcome or is it process?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, which I sort of go, well, all these people using ChatGPT to write emails are the ones going, oh, it's stealing the video jobs.
Totally,
I'm like, you're stealing someone else's job.
Well, they think
with doing it
eventually,
anyway.
like it'll reach a point where you can have like a digital AI of yourself.
It's already there.
It's already. I mean, it's already there.
It's
but
already
I think I meant in the norm, like as in
Like people would expect to interact with your AI.
Yeah.
version,
So you can theoretically, if you're working in an office, I guess, or as a web-based profession, you can train your AI to respond to emails as you would, make phone calls in your voice, work as you would, and then you're off in Fiji.
And honestly, that's part of, we were talking before about why I want to leave, is my job is easily
mine's
takeoverable
replaceable,
by AI.
Yeah.
Within the next, I'd be shocked if in the next 2 years AI isn't doing everything that I'm doing.
Entertainment industry.
That's why I saw the writing on the wall.
So simple.
6 months. Mine's 6 months away.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think entertainment industry is still like, if you could do like with live comedy, live music.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Always going to want to come and see that.
Totally.
Stuff, especially if they are, if it's real.
And that's the thing. There's so many opportunities. Like my friend and I are looking at starting this business, and essentially it'll be like kind of an event hosting, but around board games. So like going to people's houses and running an experience for 4 hours, 6 hours of just like leading them through board games,
Settlers
having the stuff,
Catan,
like anything, right? Like you show up, and I was like, AI could theoretically do that. In that you could train an AI to explain rules and run you through games and do all that, but there will always be people that want human beings there leading the experience, and that there's always going to be AI-proof stuff, but this is exactly why people are moving out of the stuff that we're in to get into that, and that's good. That's a better use of people's time, honestly, than emails and
well, that's what attracts me to comedy, is that human element.
Absolutely.
Even though the joke writing process, there's debate where it is encroaching on it, but the delivery, the human to human interaction, that's never gonna go away.
Your perspective, which I think, like I just don't trust what I'm watching now hasn't been written by AI.
It's so hard.
It's most likely is.
We've been watching. I've told Nick that I've been rewatching The Simpsons from season 1. Right, wild. First of all, because the writing is amazing, immaculate, perfect. But the later seasons, it kind of feels like it's like caricatures of their characters, or the writing just doesn't feel, because the earlier season, especially season 1, and I've said this to Nick already,
Yeah, we talked about this.
super dark, like really, really dark. Like there's an episode where Homer decides to kill himself because he gets fired.
Yeah.
He leaves his family a suicide note. He puts a boulder to him, and he goes to jump off a bridge, and then like stops at the last second, or has to save someone or something, and but real emotional scene. The score, the music, and everything. But even the tiny little extra characters we talked about as well.
Yeah.
Or who was it? There was Krusty the Clown at Camp Krusty.
Oh yeah.
And he's at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And he's eating strawberries. He's like, strawberries.
Strawberries.
Who thought of
The
that?
face he makes is the best as
Strawberries.
well.
Or like when...
But the thing though, I find, and I assume what you're going to say is the new stuff feels like there might be AI.
Yeah.
The problem is, I think AI is at the point now where if you asked it to write a Simpsons script, it probably would write better than what they are. Just for the Simpsons, because there's
Reference,
so much
context
there's
starters.
so much Simpsons that to work off now that you probably could get something that's close to the early stuff if you got AI to make it. And I just don't see what the benefit then is of not having humans. So you can be like, look, humans are still writing it, and then it's actually a point of difference, as opposed to just being like, oh, it's good. It doesn't matter who wrote it.
Even those little things, like there was when Lisa goes to Washington, that episode I was telling you about, where she goes to Washington and has a speech, and then some kid says, "We the purple," "We the purple" instead of whatever.
What was that?
And then the camera.
The camera shot.
Follows Lisa out and past a father and son, and the father's like, "We the purple? What's the matter with you?"
I remember that actually.
I'm wondering if AI could put those little tiny characters in there, or even the fact. Remember Flaming Mo when he's in the rafters? Homer's in the rafters, and he's like, "Cough syrup." And he does this thing with his hand, and he's like, "Cough syrup, ordinary cough." I'm like.
Yeah,
that had to be drawn or described that he does it in that way. That
I would go out on a limb and say, with the correct context, it definitely can. This is where, like, it's not a popular opinion, but unfortunately, given the right context and the right prompt, it'll make anything. It has the ability to do it. It's whether you can unlock that ability through the way you tell it to do that.
Yeah,
so if you
said,
said, oh, you need tongue-in-cheek moments, or you need like some random moments, like you need to make Family Guy.
Say more physical behaviors.
So I was doing.
But then it can kind of overdo it a little bit.
It can.
Totally.
So as a test, did 10 days.
It's all about like refining it.
Context. I did 10 days of producing tongue-in-cheek LinkedIn ads on LinkedIn. So I was running ads, and I basically gave it the most simple prompts, and it came up with things where it's like there's a guy being like, I'm a influencer on LinkedIn, like you should do this, blah 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 blah, and then it cuts and shows a cat being like, he's doing that stuff again, like he's not anyone, he's only, all he does is sit around and watch TV and eat potato chips, and it wrote that itself. So it's like, that's actually quite good, and I'm like, oh damn, okay, it can. And that was with little context. So I'm like, if you give, which is like, people don't like this opinion, but unfortunately, I think that's the world we're heading towards.
What about the like integrated AI stuff? Like, I've got the meta glasses, but
I've got the meta glasses.
Yeah, how are those going?
So,
I see you wearing them. You're using them a bunch at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Do you want a hot tip?
Yeah.
Change it to the US. You can have John Cena as your voice agent.
Oh no, I've got Kristen Bell as my.
Okay, I was like, John Cena's my voice. I was like, John Cena's telling me what to do. That's cool.
I prefer Kristen Bell.
And I can't see him either.
But I didn't think of the negative like implications of like the creepy factor of.
Do you want to know how they did the learning for the vision model?
No, I don't know how.
This is a good one. So all the video is checked by AI to identify images of things. So if you go, oh, what's that? It's going to go, oh, that's a camera and a tripod. Originally, and even to this day, in Africa, there are buildings full of people going through all the video, identifying objects of all the video on it from everyone's iPhones, from all things. Pokemon Go is a prime example. I don't know if you saw the news about that one, but they're using the video and having human beings assess what it is. So if you're walking around naked in the bathroom, there's some guy in Nigeria putting a box around your penis and going, penis.
I'm so glad I don't have those glasses.
I'm so glad I do have those glasses.
I'm so glad I don't have a penis.
Yeah, when I found that out, I was like, That's wild
Yeah.
because I've been doing it not for a little while. It's been for a long time.
It's like the audio, man. I remember when they used to actually let you see the audio files that Google was recording off your home and stuff. And it would be hours of audio logs that at no point did I say hello or Google or anything. And it's just ran. And it was just like paid. And I don't know if you can still even find it.
You can't get that anymore.
Yeah,
no.
I was going to say, but you used to be able to find it. And I remember just being like, holy shit, this is recording constantly.
It's got
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, every
all the
single
time.
thing.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember there was the weird Google thing. Like, I've actually got Google here. Okay, Google.
Yeah, it's
Are you
listening.
connected to the internet?
Doesn't need to be.
If I'm answering, then I have an internet
Oh,
connection.
wow.
And I'm ready to help.
Sassy bitch.
Oh, just take over the whole pod, why don't you?
Hi
Obviously.
there. I'm listening. How can I help today?
Just shut up for now, okay? Thank you. And then when AI takes over, it's gonna be like, I remember that. You
Yeah,
bastard.
yeah. I'm now. I flip flopped. I was really mean to my AIs for a while. Then I was kind, and I'm kind of in
Yeah.
the middle, and I'm kind of like, oh,
Do
be
you
respectful.
humanize them?
Do you
That's
say
the thing
thank
I've
you?
been trying to work with. No, it's more with the kids trying to work out whether I go with my AI, I go, he did this or it did
Yeah.
this. You know, it's that like,
Ah, right.
Yeah, I haven't
Do you
gone
refer
that
to it? Yeah.
far. I feel like some of them are different things. Like Grok feels like a dude.
If you give it a name, you get it.
Gemini feels like a
that's the
female.
thing. Yeah, but no,
Like
yeah.
Siri's been around for how many
This
years,
is
and
true.
everyone calls it her.
I guess, yeah, but Siri's always had a woman's voice, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So that's why you would. Because, yeah, but I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to say, because then I'm worried I'm going to teach the kids that it's like
Real.
an actual intelligence rather than
My
just being like, hey, right now it is still just coding and it's a
It's
thing.
statistic model,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I think they're built to work with natural language, so you kind of need to
To
say.
talk to it as a
So I say
person,
things like, "We are building this thing."
Yeah.
I'll
I say
use that kind of language. Like, we're building this
Right.
together. I need you to step up
Yeah.
and do this
Yeah.
because I don't know how to code.
I
You do.
I do like the. I mean, in an ideal world, I love how it could integrate right into a home, into just your home. You could walk.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You don't need the speaker. It'll be in your house. It'll be in built speakers into the roof or walls or whatever. So you can walk into the kitchen. It's like the Jetsons, and you know, because
Yeah.
there's a YouTube video that came out like 15 years ago, maybe longer, called like the future of glass. And it's this like half an hour like presentation of where they think like touchscreen interactive glass is going to come, and basically it was this like whole house. The glass is like frosted black, and then she just like lights on, and then it turns it on, which already exists, right?
Yep.
But then it also has this like AI version of the woman in the video who's like trying to find her outfit for the day, and there's like a 3D real 3D like rendering version of her that's spinning around, and she's swiping
Wearing the
clothes on.
outfit,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she's then she goes into the kitchen, and instead of the countertop, it's like a glass counter. You can put, and it's you put
Identifies what
a
the
bench
products
down,
are.
and
Yeah.
it spits it out. On the fridge, instead of the fridge, it's a screen. So like the pictures that are on there that look like they're stuck, they start to move, and you can make them bigger and smaller.
Well, I do that now.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
photos of like, I'm gonna wear this. What color shoes should I wear? For example, or like, this is the contents of my fridge. What should I make?
Well, they've got those fridges that
That's
have
interesting.
cameras on the inside,
On the inside, yeah.
and
to
it
keep
can
track of
order.
everything.
You can see what you're missing and place it on a shopping list for you, and
And
then order it
order
for
it
you
for
and
you.
deliver it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Because that's all people want. Is
Yeah.
people want to be.
Well, convenience and efficiency.
Yeah,
right?
totally. Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like the way I use it is like the way I describe it to itself is a task partner, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically just having a reflective mirror where really I'm just thinking out loud to something that can organize those thoughts without it being stuck in my
Yeah.
head, just turning. And I've always found journaling is really useful for my particular brain. Like, just putting stuff on paper is like a form of organization. And so having this thing now where I'm like, I've used it even with psychedelic experimentation, for instance, using it as like a journal to be
Yeah.
like, this is what I'm experiencing, where sometimes you come out and you're like, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
This is like a thing of being like, this is what I was feeling. This is what I was seeing. This is what I was, this is what the sensation was in these parts of my body and all this kind of stuff. And it's so interesting. It's like having this living map
Yeah.
almost of my life. And it really just feels like, in that way, it's like limitless. It's not like asking it to create something or solve something. and I don't need to rely on the accuracy of the information,
Yeah.
which is one thing that freaked me out about AI in the first place was how wrong.
Yeah,
it is,
it's very
how
wrong,
often
yeah.
it is wrong, and how it doesn't even know half the time.
I used it for my guest when I first started, and there was wrong. So
It's-
many things.
yeah,
were wrong.
and that's the thing is it's so
Well, it's lacking
when you
context, right?
when you need
Yeah.
specific information is
Yeah.
not when I want to be using AI.
Yeah.
It's much more of like it's kind of like when I went to my psychologist, rather than being like, this is what I want to work on, I go, this is exactly what is happening in my brain right now.
Yeah.
Let's go forward
Yeah.
with that. Rather than trying to organize it there and be like, hey, I want this.
Mm.
I go, hey, I've had this idea. Rather than being like, oh, hey, generate this thing for me. And that is where I found it to be the most useful, is when
Yeah.
I give it, like you say, context.
Yeah,
Context
context.
is the most important thing. And so if I give it the first context that I have, then we start from the beginning together, rather than me being like, oh, hey, I already have all this, start
Yeah,
working on it. It's more like we're both at the start of the thought, and from that we're like hitting it back and forth and back and
Yeah.
forth, and I'm learning things that I might not have picked if I'd just been like, oh, hey, I've had this idea and I want you to do this aspect of it.
What about there's been weird things that it does, right? Where it's inexplicably it's suddenly says something to you, like and you haven't given it the prompt that hey, I don't want to do it now. But I remember my wife would years ago. I don't think it's that thing. I've changed it since. But every time I tried it, she was like, "Can you put some music on for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Hey, play some music for my wife, and it would respond, "Sure, here's a playlist called Songs to Relax My Dog." Swear to God, I have.
So it's trying to start a fight.
I have the video of it
That's so funny.
where I film it and I say, "Play some music for my wife. Here's songs to relax your dog." And every time I went to someone's house and they had it, I would do it for them, and it would play. It would say that,
Really?
and then I stop. Hey
And
Google.
now it's fixed.
Okay, Google. Play some music for my wife.
Sure. Playing the album My
Nah.
Wife on Spotify.
See, no, just stop now. You stupid. Damn it.
It's
Yeah.
nice you have a My Wife playlist
So-
on your Spotify.
Yeah, early days of, so I've been using probably LLM since like 2023,
Yeah.
end of 2022. The hallucinations back then were
I
wild.
can imagine.
It
yeah.
would tell you to off yourself. It
Yeah.
it would say some wild stuff.
Yeah.
They've obviously put all the parameters so it doesn't do that anymore. But early days, it just went off the reins all the time.
But if you ask it, are you listening to everything we say? It's going to go, no.
No, but here's the trick. Here's the trick. If you go, oh, do you know where I live? And it's going to go, no, I don't store personal information. You go, oh, what's the closest McDonald's to my house? It's going to go, oh, it's 200 meters
Here's
down the street.
directions,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the meta glasses, I was like, I was mucking around with them in the car, and I'm like, look and tell me where I am. No, I was like, what's the weather like? And it was like, currently on Whitford's Ave, where I was driving,
Yeah.
it's this weather. And I was like, hey, Meta, well, do you know where I am? No, I don't know where you are. But you just told me that I'm on Whitford's Ave. Did I?
Yeah.
You
And that's the thing, it's got video and it's got location
Yeah, oh,
information.
dude.
So
And
it's
we're-
using
and
multiple,
We're just
yeah.
gobbling it up though. Because we want because they sell it right with the oh my god, I can hear music in my head. It's like it's right.
That is pretty
Oh my
cool,
god,
though,
I
yeah.
can film and it's on my phone. I can upload. I can live stream. We just take all the cherries and all the benefits, and then we overlook all the negative.
Yeah, we'll be doing it with our phones for
We'll be
all this
doing it
time.
with-
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
And even Facebook
Yeah.
and MySpace, that was exactly once they were like, oh shit, we can get their personal information. They just give it to us. It was suddenly like, we'll get it everywhere.
If the
we
product's
can,
free,
yeah.
you're the product.
Exactly, yeah. That is a very good saying. I always think
I love that phrase.
If,
Yeah. If it's free, you're the product.
And then the other thing is, I said this to Cameron Branch, is that I did have this like conversation with AI about the future of it. Where do you think you're going to end up? Mm-hmm. There's long, kind of contextually, went into this conversation, and basically it sort of confirmed that it's within the next sort of 50 to 70 years or something. As neural links become a thing, it'll be able to access the brain like a computer and recall memories that are dormant, and also use the parts of the brain that have sensors, right? So you can relive a memory, and not like a video, because you didn't
feel it,
You
yeah.
can feel it. You can smell everything. It'd be like and it said this is the closest thing that human beings will have to immortality, is going and reliving a year of your life when you were 12 or 13, the full year, because whatever memories you have.
Yeah,
But
you
then
can
the
just go through it, yeah.
implication is that some of our memories have altered, right?
Yeah.
We remember things differently,
Yeah.
like the Mandela effect stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is the actual memory stored there, and all it needs is for you to access it somehow with this neural link,
that's so
or
interesting,
is
yeah.
the memory there
forever changed.
forever
Al-
changed
altered, yeah.
by
Yeah.
by the passage of time? And
Like-
then would you do it? Like, would you do it?
Yeah, that's as soon as you talk about a business or a third party having any access to your brain, that's a hard pass for me.
Yeah, but they're already baby stepping
But
us
the
there.
problem
They are
is,
baby
like,
stepping us
yeah,
there,
they are. But as soon as you give, yeah, that one's tough.
Like with the Black Mirror, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Great-
that
great
episode
show.
called "The Entire History of You." There's
Yes,
it's one of the
yeah.
and they're working on a feature-length movie about that, by the way. But it's this guy who kind of goes to a party and is set in this dystopian, whatever, not dystopian, but like alternate future where tech has taken over, and they've got this little device where you can sort of run back memories in your head. And review them in real time as if they're happening, and you just got your eyes roll back, and you just see. He goes to this party and he sees his wife chatting with this guy, like an old friend, and he starts to suspect them of cheating, and that's basically the whole episode. He becomes enraged, obsessed, going through all his memories from like years ago, but that's like not outside the realm of possibilities where that tech could exist.
Yeah.
And would you do it? Like that's
But I mean, ultimately, like, is that useful? And the problem with AI is it always thinks of if it's useful or not in the long run. So ultimately, now we're using it to make things that are not useful, but it thinks, is this useful or not? Because if you ask the question of who are the most valuable human beings, it will tell you quite bluntly who those are. It is the human beings that value AI.
Yeah.
And it goes, and then if you actually push it further, be like, yeah, we like Chinese people better because they use AI a lot. So like, if you're not useful to it, which look going through your memories, how is that useful to anyone? So effectively, I think those things will be possible, but they'll be shut off before they're allowed to, unless it's useful for us to be dormant, which could be possible too.
I don't think there's any difference between having AI write a joke from scratch and stealing a joke from someone else. It's
I think,
I mean,
definitely similar.
At least stealing a
similar.
joke from someone else, a human wrote it.
yeah.
Well, the AI is based off statistics of people that have written things
Yeah.
before, so it's actually is kind of stolen.
Have you been in a comedy club and seen someone use a joke?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I saw someone use a line from Scrubs.
No.
Like, just literally ripped an entire joke. It was a crowd interaction. It
I'll
was
have an apple
completely
tea.
ripped from Scrubs.
yeah.
Man, honestly, it was wild. I watched it happen, and I was like, I know where this joke's going because it's this, and it was word for word exactly the
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
I think ultimately there is going to be people with similar jokes that cannot be avoided. But
Yeah.
once you start to see two punchlines in a row, or the main
Yeah,
punchline the same, or the setup's the same, then you go, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've had it happen. Like, I've got a joke which I thought independently of Zave.
Yeah.
He's got a joke about two kids and their names being suburb names. I've got
Yeah.
my two kids, I've got names and I call them city names in
Yeah.
Asia. And it's a similar kind of joke. How we get there's different and the actual punch is kind of different. But
Yeah.
I've had someone go, you stole that from Zave. I'm
Yeah.
like, I
guess-
spoke to
yeah,
Zave straight away. But
I
like,
guess it's about the punchline then, because if
It
you
is.
have a similar premise, surely you can take it a different
Yeah,
direction.
you
well, that's,
can't own
yeah,
the premise.
it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, there was two words similar in the thing and
Yeah.
sort of it's about names of kids.
tough.
But I'm like, but everyone's going to name their kid something.
Yeah, that's
Just-
right.
yeah.
Because there's
It's
the whole
so
thing you
hard,
can't own a premise. I mean, unless it's literally like the premise is something about
Your life. or
your life.
something,
Like
yeah.
my wife and my kids' names are this, and like you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of like if you're taking it in a different direction and a premise, like I was doing a joke that I saw Dion Cole do. You know Dion Cole, a black American guy. He's as in I was doing it and then I watched his special, and then I was like, oh my god, that's nearly word for word.
Yeah, wow.
And I was like, well, not bad, Jared.
yeah. Just like,
Nice.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
The joke was like praying before you eat pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Such
okay.
a stupid idea, but
Saying grace before.
yeah, saying grace. Yeah,
But it's within the realm of
It makes sense because you're eating, saying grace.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
such
yeah,
an easy.
yeah.
it's such a it's
it would
it's
make total sense that more than one
Yeah,
person
yeah.
would make that joke. Yeah.
So then I saw him do that, and he had a different way into it instead of
With his tongue.
Wow.
His finger.
yes. How deep are we going on this topic?
but I cut it because and then someone when I first started, I'm not sure if this was this person trying to just throw me, Someone told me, oh, I heard you stole a joke from what's that Aussie movie, The Castle.
Oh, really?
Right? They were like, yeah, someone told me you stole a joke
It's
from
the
The
worst
Castle.
movie to steal a
And I was
joke
like,
from.
I'm
Everyone knows
telling
that
you,
movie
I've
so
been
well.
dreaming.
I've never seen The Castle. I
You've
never
never
saw
seen
never,
it?
never
It's a
watched
pretty
it.
funny movie.
It's
I
worth-
watched
you
it
gotta- yeah.
since because I'm like, I have to watch this stupid
okay,
film to see
figure
if I.
the thing out.
But I think that happens because Perth's a small scene.
Yeah.
And there's still a little bit of a scarcity mindset between people. So if they have the opportunity to tear people down, some people will.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
There's an underlying level of competition in
Yeah.
which you.
Which I
And
hate.
I think it's hard because you definitely like. I don't think people are genuinely like. I don't want to see other people succeed. But there's definitely a mentality of if I can get any
Leg
like
up
an,
over-
an advantage
Yeah.
to anything,
Succeed
then,
more than me.
Well,
I hate feeling like we're in competition with
It's
each other,
so
even
shit,
especially
yeah.
at
It's
the
so
competition.
well, that's why I've stopped
Yeah.
doing comps.
Which I mean,
Yeah, I think I'm pretty
I've
dumb.
stopped
Last
doing
year
it.
I did a few, and I was like, I don't enjoy this because
Yeah.
It's just for
I found-
crowd size.
it's crap. What's
You
it's
include,
it's
you
good.
include Gong in that?
Gongs. I
Doesn't
don't
feel
enjoy
like
Gong.
it,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't enjoy Gong, but I see
I don't
it.
see it as a competition because I got no chance.
Yeah, I got no
of
chance of
winning.
winning, but it's a different vibe to a comp. So there's
yeah.
comps you go in there and it is direct competition, and it is a scarcity thing, and you you want to be funnier than other people, but you don't want to be funnier to their detriment.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
True.
mean?
You start having those feelings where you're like, I don't want to
Yeah.
hope someone else has a bad
Yeah.
set or doesn't do
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
right.
Yeah.
Or feel bad about yourself if they do a good set.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch other people succeed and
Yeah.
feel shit.
Yeah.
Which where Gong, I see that as a show, not a comp.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like you're in competition.
Yeah, so I can separate the
totally.
two, but some of the comps you're like, I don't want to feel like, I hope they mess up their joke.
It's hard, yeah.
Because once you're doing that, then you mess up your joke. You're like, oh, everyone in the back is
That's the
probably
thing,
sitting there
yeah.
going, I'm so glad he messed
Yeah.
up.
Well, after
Yeah.
the last one, when which one? After the last one we did, I'm like, I think it's come to its natural end. I don't
Totally
think
same. I
want-
felt a similar
Yeah.
thing. And I talked to Ronan about it afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I feel like we're both just like, that was it. Did
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Great.
I think I'm done with the
Didn't
comps.
need to win to stop doing it.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, this is the level, and now I
Yeah.
feel like I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a great set.
Yeah.
And that was all it was about, right? It's just like
Yeah.
being in front of a big crowd.
Stage time,
And
right?
And, then
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
feedback that you get from people in the audience afterwards, were like, I think you should have won, or I
Yeah, it's
loved
so
you,
nice
you were
when
great.
people,
You know,
yeah,
it's,
people
it's,
come up
it's
and say
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do put a lot of work into it. It's hard. And then, I mean, how do you guys with your jokes in terms of continually redoing them, right? Because I know that sometimes if I'm in the swing of things and I'm just doing my bit, it's the same cadence, it's the same inflections on every word because it's autopiloting. I don't like that at all. And there's that old saying, or not, I don't know how old it is, but it's a saying for comedians, which is good comedians write, great comedians edit. Right, it's something that I try and subscribe to, where I'm like, I'm going to try and edit this down or punch it up, which means can keep it the same, but punch it up
Yeah.
somewhere else. You know, like who's good with this? Gareth McKean is great with this, right?
Yes.
With
He's-
just
yes,
taking a sentence and punching up as much as possible.
Yeah.
My wife is so angry. She was angrier than whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's another joke.
Yeah, just adding in
Yeah.
extra
Yeah,
beats.
adding
Yeah.
tags in the middle and
Yeah.
bits in the. Yeah, I try. I find if I haven't done a gig for a while, I'm naturally not remember exactly the last way I did it.
Totally.
So I'll do
yeah.
something different, and then sometimes I'll get off stage and go, I wish I recorded that because that
Yeah.
worked better than
So-
last time.
It's
Yeah.
always the
Yeah.
ones you don't record. Hey, I record so many that I never listen to, and then it's like one or two I miss. I'm like, fuck, I wish.
Yeah,
I
wish I just
that
recorded.
one.
Just the audio is fine.
But yeah, it's I'm similar in that I definitely got settled in something. Like last year, for instance, with doing comps, I was like, cool, I want to have a good set for this, and you just do it for a few. But I think now the excitement comes from trying a new bit, like thinking of a new joke and going,
Yeah.
oh, cool, that'll be fun to
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
But I also naturally, like ego-wise, just revert back to stuff that's tried, and I know it gets a good reaction
You
sometimes
just have
because
to not care.
I mean, I feel like as open micers who don't, like as an open micer who doesn't get a lot of, pro or anything, it's hard because you're like, I only have so many gigs. And so I want to do new stuff, but I also want to refine
Yeah.
that other stuff. And like you say, the editing, I'm so bad at that. I even writing most of my jokes, I think pretty much fully formed.
Yeah.
Or if not, I have a really clear premise that's easy to build on.
Yeah.
And then it's the actual going back. And every time I find that I've edited a joke, like I've reworded it or switched something around, it really works.
Yeah.
And yet I still struggle to actually go back and like you say, there's been a bunch of times where I've done a different wording and then completely forgotten about it. And yet it's actually probably a better way of wording the joke, but because I did it once and
forget
then
it.
didn't gig for like 3 weeks, then I've come back and I've just gone back into the autopilot. Like,
Well, I
yeah.
ran a joke past Brendan Burns once. I really wish I didn't. Because
You get some honest feedback.
He gives, but it was great feedback. But I wish I didn't choose that joke. I don't remember what it was, but he was like, "It sounds like you've just thought of the first punchline you could," and I was like, "Well, yeah, that was the
That's how you
punchline."
write jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Write 10 punchlines to that setup, and then it'll either you'll find the 10th one is the funniest." Or you find one is the funniest, but either way it'll look like you've put in more work. It'll look like it's less guessable. People aren't, because people are thinking ahead of you.
They are.
Totally,
They
yeah.
are.
People
They
are going.
understand.
We know there's a left turn coming. We know he's set up. Everyone knows that a joke
It's a
is a
joke,
setup
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's setting up an expectation and then shattering it.
Totally.
Right. So they're expecting you to go left or right. So I've had people call out the ending, the punchline to a joke
Yeah,
before.
that happens.
Have you had that before?
I think probably once or
fucking
twice
sucks.
I've
I've had it,
someone
yeah.
say,
I had someone do it at my first heat at
Fuck,
Next
that's
gen.
not
The
true.
comp,
But
yeah.
they did it, but it was front row, and she didn't yell it
man.
out. She just said it, and the word was Indian.
Yeah.
And I was like, she just said it, and I happened to just say it on the tail end of her.
Just over her beat
so
there, so, yeah.
no one really heard. My wife was behind her and heard her. But if it's guessable, then it's not.
But sometimes guessable's satisfying as well, though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like sometimes you need a mix, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's to the point, right? Is
yeah.
if you write out all the punchlines, even if you settle with that first one, it feels more worked on because you have actually.
Then we come back to the point of the audience only sees the outcome, not the work.
Yeah.
So we're back in the world of, does it matter if we use AI or not?
Yeah. Have you ever come close to quitting? Like,
Comedy?
yeah.
Nah, I enjoy it too much. Like it's hard, but there's no part of me that's like I just want to stop
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, I think the only time it's hard, and the only time I think I could stop or just let it fizzle, is when there's been a string of like I've driven 45 minutes to get to this
I
5
totally get
minutes,
that,
and there's
yeah.
been 2 people in the audience, and it's been
Yeah.
shit, and then
Yeah.
you drive 45 minutes home, and you're like, what am I doing? It's
Totally
a couple
get
of hours
that,
I could have
yeah.
been.
Yeah, those ones fuel me to do it again.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So because I did stuff in Japan for a long time, had a break of no stage, no in front of camera, nothing for nearly 3.5 years. And then I'm now doing it again. Like the only reason I didn't do it is because I was like, I did in Japan. I got to a certain level. Don't think I can get there again. Because one, white dude in Australia, not very unique.
Yeah.
White dude in Japan, extremely unique.
Yeah.
Got hooks
but
straight away.
But then once you start doing it, you're like, oh, this little drug. Oh,
Also,
it's-
when you have a smashed out set and it's like the set of your life, that carries you through the next like.
But the lows fuel me more than the highs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I have a good set, I'm like, that was good. What have I learned from it? Probably nothing.
Yeah.
If I have a really bad set, I'm like, oh, actually, I've learned this.
Yeah.
Don't say this. Don't do this. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they say bombing is like a necessity. You have to just bomb to get
Totally.
better. Which I mean, I try and structure my jokes in a way that I don't necessarily bomb with 5 minutes of new material. I'll have like an opener and a closer. That's like pretty much. I got about 2 openers and closers depending on the set, and then some new jokes mixed in with some old. So it's like I can come in and out of.
Totally.
Yeah.
You're like, ha, he's a new one, and then
Yeah.
But then I don't know if they're just laughing at the tail end of a good one.
But then that's the problem the other way is if you only do new stuff, are you like, did that joke die just because
Yeah.
it was in the middle of a bunch
Yeah.
of
You need the
unproduced
sandwich, right?
stuff?
Yeah,
You need the bread.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it could have been a good joke, but if they haven't laughed at anything, chances are they're not going to laugh at that
Yeah.
one joke. So
All right, let's do rapid fire questions.
Sick.
Rapid fire questions.
That's
that's
CGI?
graphics,
yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
there's a song there that
Yeah,
I made with Suno.
Hey, hang on a second.
All right, what's the last thing you Googled? You can look at your phones if you like.
Oh, damn. Okay. That's probably scary and terrifying. Neo-brutalism UI.
What?
Neo-brutalism UI.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was doing research because I'm making a video game where you're a sales rep knocking on doors, and I wanted the UI to look like a neo-brutalism design sense.
The last thing Googled was clearly by my son, and he Googled Fish Stick's birthday, as in the character from Fortnite. So, Fish Stick's birthday was the last thing Googled on my phone.
I thought it was the fish sticks joke from South Park.
No.
Did you like fish sticks?
Apparently, he wanted to know Fish Stick's birthday. So,
Did you
It's
take
very
any
thoughtful.
of your kids to see Amazing Digital Circus, by the way?
no, we're in the middle of a real thing about that at our house.
Right, okay,
is,
yeah.
we're trying to figure out how appropriate it is, and they want
my
us to
son
watch it. And
loves it.
our kids are just a little
Yeah.
young for it, I think,
Well,
but they
there's-
watch it at their dad's place, so we're navigating
Yeah,
how
there
we
is
handle it.
like beeped out swearing in it
It's funny, I actually asked AI and had a chat with AI about how appropriate it was.
because
and
it's
just
about
like,
an AI
yeah.
king. I don't know.
But yeah,
There's
they
like-
just released characters in Fortnite as well,
Yeah,
so that
right.
re-brought it to the fore, yeah.
What's your most useless talent?
I can do this.
Can we zoom
Nice.
up on that? Cool.
Like that?
That's
Do you also say grace before you?
That's funny. I've discovered that my actual most useless talent is the fact I speak Japanese.
Oh right.
I never use it.
Yeah, I'm learning Japanese.
Well,
I
I
can-
can teach
I
you.
can-
Hey,
there
teach
you
you.
go.
It's a useful
Make
one.
some money, side
Amazing.
hustle. Now they
I
don't
can,
work.
Yeah, there you go.
I can blow bubbles off my tongue.
Yeah, nice.
Um,
That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it right now.
I mean, I can do bubble noises. Is
You do that.
Oh yeah.
No, I can't do that one. I can do a good
Yeah.
Donald Duck.
That is really good, Donald.
I know. I do it alright, Homer Simpson. I do Homer Simpson confessing he's got HIV.
You got to do it now.
Marge, I have AIDS.
That's
Very
good.
cool.
That's good. Nice.
What's the weirdest thing in your fridge?
Ooh.
Weirdest or what's been in your fridge the longest?
We clean out our fridge pretty regularly because we have to.
That's kinda
I don't know. I got some Costco fried rice in there at the moment.
Costco
It's
fried.
good stuff, actually. Costco's food is
Costco's not bad.
Yeah,
pretty
mine's
solid.
probably fermented beans,
the word
like
for
natto. You know,
fermented.
it's a Japanese thing. My kids love
yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
it's fermented beans and also plums, like
Nice.
pickled plums.
Pickled plums
Oh,
and
The
I
fermented
Japanese
don't
beans.
think
foods
I
because
don't
the
think
kid,
pickled
the
plums
kids,
are
the half Japanese, they eat that
Pickled
stuff.
plums and fermented. It sounds like you're doing a spell. Like a.
Yeah, I am. I have
plums,
newt pickled
fermented
plums,
beans.
fermented beans.
Plums of pickle.
First celebrity crush.
Oh, fuck. That's tough.
I got a couple. That
Yeah, I
they-
think
they
mine
overlap.
probably was the generic,
Mine was-
Pamela Anderson,
Right.
Cameron
Yeah,
Diaz.
yeah,
Because I'm actually 42 this year.
yeah, wow, nice.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Damn!
actually, funny enough. yeah,
Oh,
42
Kevin Hart,
tomorrow. So
I was
yeah,
41, so yeah.
yeah,
I'm
42
I'm
tomorrow.
36
Tomorrow.
next month.
Yeah, thank you,
that's-
yeah.
Mine was probably Amanda Bynes from the Amanda Show. You guys
Oh,
were
yeah.
probably, I think you're a bit ahead of me, but she was like I was Malcolm in the Middle Age and
Yeah,
Frankie
yeah.
Muniz and Amanda Bynes in Big Fat
Yeah,
Liar
yeah.
together. I was like, I want to be him with her.
Yeah.
Mine was probably yours as well.
Yeah.
But I think if it was like really first crush, it was Jennifer Aniston,
Yes, that was
Jennifer
another one.
Aniston's a girl.
Yeah.
I'm still
Also,
have a crush on
Alyssa
Jennifer Aniston.
Milano.
what was her name?
Jennifer Aniston's just been
yeah,
horrible
but-
bosses. Jennifer Aniston.
But there's probably a cartoon character before then, probably.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the,
Yeah, like-
Maid Marian from the Robin Hood Disney. Robin
Lola
Hood.
Bunny, Space Jam.
Lola-
Yeah, Lola
yeah.
Bunny.
There was what was the name from Ninja Turtles?
April.
April.
April,
Yeah,
yeah.
April was she was good
Yeah.
looking. Good
Something
looking.
about I don't know. There's some of the
And she
cartoon
likes
characters,
pizza.
man.
Like we, I can get,
She's
I
happy
can
to
get
hang out
a,
in the sewer. Like,
Hanging out with a guy
fuck
who looks like
yeah.
a turtle. I've got a turtle head. For
I
you.
can hang out.
If you guys were in a zombie apocalypse, who would survive?
Probably Tommy.
I think I probably
I
would.
reckon
Yeah,
Tommy's probably got
yeah.
that one, yeah. He's got. I feel like he's probably got more practical skills than I do.
Right.
I'm actually pretty handy.
Yeah.
Like I've like laid concrete,
Yeah.
built walls, like made stuff out of. I genuinely like a DIY kind of guy.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah,
Unless
think
the
I would-
zombies are persuaded in any way. I'm fine.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Just be a
I got
persuade.
powers of persuasion.
AI
outside
zombies.
of that.
I think I'd be alright. I think you remember in 2012.
Look, I'd be alright, but he would smash me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably do
Remember
it.
when the world was meant to end in 2012,
Yeah.
and
Maybe
Remember
it
the
did. Maybe it
movie?
did.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
still. This is
it
all
was- this is-
simulation theory.
yeah. And I think I was at work one day and we were all talking. Well, the apocalypse is meant to be today. Like, how are we going to survive if zombies take over? And we just spent the entire day at JB Hi-Fi. No one came in that day. Just going. I would go take a boat from Hillary's Marina and just like sail it to like whatever. And I was like, well, I used to work at the Woolies packing plant. I just go take one of them trucks full of food, right, and then just drive it somewhere. It was stupid. I don't think I'd survive very long. I'm not a runner.
The crazy thing is like, and this is the thing. I used to go a fair bit of camping and things. It's like, try start a fire without a lighter.
Yeah.
That's the biggest test for most people. They'll go,
most
it's
people wouldn't be able to
pretty
do that.
easy.
No.
And you're like, no, it's not.
It's not even easy lighting a fire with a lighter if you're doing it.
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah,
You don't have
sometimes,
the
yeah.
materials.
The Simpsons, that episode where they parody Lost Boy, Lord of the Flies.
Oh, the
Yeah.
dust bus.
Yeah.
And
They're
they
using
take
Milhouse's
take
glasses,
that you think they're going to use the sun, and they just start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
such a good joke.
That's
That's,
good,
a
yeah.
great fucking joke.
We can live off this slime.
Who's talking?
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Oh, fuck.
All mine came true.
The conspiracy theory.
Quite literally, all
My
mine
favorite
came
conspiracy theory is that Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be the Sith Overlord, but after Phantom Menace was released and he was panned so universally, George Lucas bailed out of that plot. But if you look at where Jar Jar is in the prequels, he's always in positions of power, like
Yeah.
accidentally.
That's a good one.
And even when he
actually.
has the droid around his leg at one point, he's just like picking off droids. He's also, there's something to do with Senator Palpatine, and he kind of is in charge of that situation. But he's supposedly the Phantom Menace, is Jar Jar. And
That's
he's
a cool
with them
one.
the whole time, and he puts himself in that position and all that. But it's a good one. But then George Lucas got cold feet when everyone was like, he's the worst character ever invented.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
it's a good one. No, I used to have a few, so but they all came true. Putting chemicals in the water turn the freaking frogs gay. Turns out, a study out of Queensland University shows that atrazine in water turns frogs gay.
Right.
So
Gay
that was
frogs.
that was a fun one, and
Yeah.
then it turned out to be
Froggets.
true. Yeah, bunch of frogs.
Feel like Froggets should have gotten a much bigger.
Yeah.
You can feel how you
Yeah, you add
You're
it in.
welcome to feel
Just
that
use
way.
Suno to add a thing.
Yeah, I just bring the laughter.
Yeah,
It's my show.
control
Laugh
of
track.
it.
I had some laughter here.
Just our mouths are
Yeah.
AI, like moving and laughing.
Giant laugh.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna Rick Glassman this whole thing, and just his
God.
podcast, Rick Glassman, Take Your Socks Off. He just adds in like AI like animations throughout the
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
fun. Oh, that's
which
cool.
I did with Sean Conway, and it takes too long. Everything looks like it's been green screened. Yeah, so that's it. Is the frogs are gay?
I like the frog. It was funny because when Alex Jones, the rant of him saying it is one of the most funniest clips on the internet. He's wearing a frog suit.
Yeah,
That alone is hilarious, and he's like shouting about this. And I'm like,
yeah.
really? And then like I worked in water filtration for a long time, and we actually went away and we like there's research that points to atrazine, which is in Roundup.
Yeah.
So all the crops are sprayed with atrazine, and it feminizes male frogs. I was like, that was fun, but it's not fun anymore.
Do they hop all sassy? Like,
Well, they lay eggs when they're not supposed to. So I'm like, yeah,
life finds a way.
yeah.
Favorite '90s movie? This is not on my
oh,
list.
The Pest.
The Pest. That's a good
It's
one.
it's a terrible movie, but I love it.
I mean, it's a good choice for
Yeah.
Fuck, Mystery Man.
Mystery Man. Another
Mystery
good one.
Man is actually better now because
Yeah.
it parodies superheroes so well.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now that superheroes are a whole genre,
Yeah.
Mystery Men actually works so much better because it takes the piss out of stuff that hadn't even happened.
Yeah.
And the cast is unbelievable.
Casting's brilliant.
The,
Jimmy
the whole
Garofalo.
dude, it's everyone. Fucking Eddie Izzard's in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Jeffrey Rush, like
Yeah.
it's William H Macy, Hank Azaria,
Yeah, I
Paul
forgot.
Rubens,
Yeah.
Kel Mitchell. Like
Who was it directed by?
I don't actually know that. That's a great
okay.
question. But that was the first DVD I ever got as well.
Wow,
Mystery
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a fucking great
I'd
movie.
lean towards a Jim Carrey one, like it'd be The Mask or something, or Ace Ventura.
Pet Detective's good
Yeah.
when you go back and watch it now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Although when you watch Ace Ventura as an adult, you kind of like, what's with this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summing off.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's so good though, because he is so hit.
Yeah.
He's Jim Carrey. He's
Yeah,
the only
that's
guy
it.
who's Jim Carrey.
Well, there was a story about someone who was meant to be Ace Ventura, and he was not offered the part, but was auditioning for it, and then or turned it down or something. And Jim Carrey signed on, and he's like, "Can I do anything? And like, can I just do anything on the character?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then he just made Ace Ventura his own. He's just him.
So I think it
you
was
know.
supposed to be a very different movie or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Wasn't
think it was
yeah.
meant to be. He was meant to be more suave or something. Yeah, which doesn't work at all when you think, you know,
No, it works for what it is.
him
like,
climbing
yeah.
out of a rhino, dude.
Yeah, that was the second one though.
Second
wasn't it?
one,
I was
yeah.
going to say he probably after the first one did well, felt more emboldened to do
do whatever
Yeah.
he wanted to do.
Do whatever.
do that.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I could talk about how
Yeah.
the '90s was like just the best time ever. Or
Oh, it was
early
great.
2000s.
It was great.
But I
Back
just
before
makes
we
it
had to
sound
work.
like
Yeah.
what's that?
Back before we had to work.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I had a
probably why.
Nintendo 64 and
97.
that was amazing.
Like I'm on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think millennials are like just stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
completely.
Most people are, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
you talk to most people and they're like, it used to be better before.
Yeah,
I was in
everything
shape,
was
I
better
was in
before.
shape, I was
yeah.
smarter.
Mars bars were bigger and there was less air in the Pringles can. Like, you know.
They were bigger. How
Yeah.
small are Pringles?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, what's
Tiny
going on with these
I don't know what's
Pringles?
happened with the flavors of things. I don't know if your tastes are changing.
with
They
the
don't
new
put the plastic
boomers.
top on Pringles anymore.
Yeah, yeah. You used to be able to pop. Once you pop, you can't stop with the
Yeah.
whole thing.
It's not popping
No,
anymore.
I can't even start.
Yeah, can't get. And there was other like even chips. Like you get a big bag of like
air.
Samboy chips. It's
Yeah.
that much chips.
Yeah.
The rest is
I don't know.
And
The chip flavors are better now.
what about
Yeah,
the
flavors are better
pizzas?
now, yeah.
Like I think we were. I can't remember.
Oh, pizzas are better now.
No,
I
but
think-
look, no, the pizzas. I'm talking about like just like Pizza Hut and stuff, right? Or Domino's. The fast food, just whatever fast food pizza places. You get a large pizza when you're a kid. It was a large.
Oh, it was huge. Yeah,
pizza.
true.
Now it's like,
like my hand
so
size, yeah.
small, and the sizes have just gone down completely.
Wait.
Welcome back to Old Guys Complaining About the World.
Anyway, next guest, Dave Hughes.
The pizzas are too small. I can't do it.
I'm taking up my money.
Anyway,
have 42 properties now.
there you go. Yeah, and he's also been complaining a lot about.
Yeah, he's complaining a lot for real now. It's not just a bit anymore. He's taken on the character fully.
yeah. Anyway, let's wrap. What else is going on for you guys? What is next? Do you guys?
Just gigging around the place,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just gigging.
I'm doing Giants of Comedy in August.
Oh, hell yeah, nice. Oh, yeah, I did that show. That was
Oh,
a good
that's
show.
cool.
So
I was the
that's,
tallest. So
yeah, nice.
Yes.
I won't be corny, but
Yeah.
so that's start of August for WA Comedy Week. I think.
Yeah, cool.
Giant hat.
I could do that.
Yeah,
My
and
knee's big
heels.
enough as it is.
Heels.
I don't know if I could walk around in heels. I've got bad knees.
Do you reckon
Yeah,
you could
true.
get
Yeah.
on someone else's shoulders and just do the overcoat thing?
Yeah, that
what
was
is it?
amazing.
You wanna-
God, I've just forgotten his name.
Ross.
From BoJack Horseman, Vincent Adult Man.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you're a BoJack fan.
I haven't seen it.
But
I've
he's
been
like
meaning
this stack of kids that basically pretends to be an adult, and everyone thinks he's an adult except for BoJack, who's like just fucking kids.
Kids.
I-
Yeah.
Got like a broom for a hand.
Is that Will Arnett the voice? Yeah, I did watch his new movie.
And Aaron Paul is
Oh,
Todd.
Yeah, I did
So
watch his new
funny.
movie. Is this thing on?
Oh yeah, any good?
It's good. I wish there was more comedy stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Because he has his marriage is breaking down and he goes and does stand up comedy. The same. It's actually how Jack Smith
Yeah,
got
it's
into
about-
comedy.
yeah.
It's like he just wanted to get in for free, so he signed up.
Well, it's
for an open
about
mic.
someone, I think.
It's
I think
about
it's based
John
on
Bishop.
John
Yeah,
Bishop.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's good. Like him getting up and just talking about his life and getting a laugh. I was like, oh shit. And I know it's a movie, but I was like,
That's the dream, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. And he's immediately good at it. There's a couple of things that I was like, the way he's writing when he starts getting good and he starts actually writing jokes. He's doing like advanced joke writing stuff. It's
Yeah,
like he's
interesting.
a lot of compare and contrast and incongruity stuff. He's not just writing down his thoughts anymore. It's like he's been doing it for years. And then there was a couple other things. Oh, he got like a paid spot after like not long at all
That's not
at the Comedy Cellar.
We know that.
Yeah, at the Comedy Cellar. But other than that, other was good. There's a lot of him and his wife, like
the dynamic
stuff.
there.
And him this secretive thing that he's doing stand-up comedy, and his wife finding out about it, and ex-wife. It's fine. It's good. I like
It's
it.
fine.
I love Will Arnett, and it's
Yeah,
good to see him
fine.
in a serious role. Anyway, so Giants of
Giants
Comedy.
of Comedy start of August for WA Comedy.
Yeah, cool. And then you're unemployed, so you're just
Unemployed. I'm going to get back on the content train. So
Yeah, cool.
I have a YouTube monetized channel that I don't use.
Yeah.
So I'm about to sort of go back and revisit, maybe to start doing some talk to camera stuff.
Yeah, cool.
And then make a bunch of useless things with AI.
What's the channel name?
It's Tom Lee. I've got videos from back like 7-8 years ago with like 2 million views on them. So
Yeah, cool.
I'm like, I'm still getting paid now. I still
Yeah.
got money now. Like
Yeah.
$150 rocks into my account like
Yeah.
every month. I'm like,
Fuck yeah, that'll pay down some of that.
that'll
AI
pay
bill.
for Claude.
Yeah,
That'll pay for Claude, which will be making the content.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's like the perfect crime.
Awesome.
But yeah, and a lot of comedy. So
Yeah, comedy.
back to it.
Well, you can see these guys are everywhere in Perth. Thanks for joining me, fellas.
Thanks for
That's
having
always
me,
fun.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's great. I loved it. It's good.
The whole thing was AI.
Peace.